Stacy is a nurse. Stacy, and she loves herbs, and she's incredible with her vast knowledge. She might not think of that herself as that, but she has vast knowledge in healthy ways of living. And she is also a marathon runner. She's really fast. I could never even keep up with her on a good day. She'd have to have a really bad day, and I'd have a good day, and I probably still couldn't keep up with her. But it's just so awesome how she's capable in many areas of her life. She loves her family. She's got some sweet grands, and now she's going to share this incredible knowledge that she has of making luscious chocolates. And you can make them too. And we're super excited to have her. Hi, Stacy.
Hi,
Are you ready?
I think so.
Oh, yay.
Hopefully this will work since I'm not a professional at doing this. But anyway, thank you, Mark and Cynthia, for letting me join you tonight and to share my recipe for healthy chocolates. Who does not love chocolate, right?
Yeah.
So I think everybody, well, I have met some people who don't. I can't even fathom not liking chocolate. So anyway, I just want to start with a little story to begin with. And this is just about me personally, how much I love chocolate. Went back to school, and my family always knew that they could find me on the bed studying with a bag of Guittard chocolate chips in my hand and just munching as I studied, just chowing down. And it was amazing how you could quickly go through 2 cups of those really large chocolate chips so quickly and so fast. I loved it so much. But anyway, this is a great recipe because it's so healthy, and all the ingredients are natural. And so you can eat it guilt-free and know that you're getting ingredients that are natural, that are not stimulants, that are not, have waxes included in those as well. So anyway, that's a little bit about me and my love affair with chocolate. So this recipe calls for raw cacao powder, and I love to get my herbs and supplies at Mountain Rose Herbs is one place that I get them at. You can get all these ingredients there, or other, herb stores online as well. So raw cacao powder, and let me just see if I can just adjust this a little bit so you can see here. Oops, maybe right here, some of my ingredients. So here we have some raw cacao powder. It's just a healthy chocolate in a raw powdered roasted form. And then we also have some cacao nibs right here. And this is it in just kind of a chunky form. It adds a little bit of crunch to the chocolate. And then it also calls for maca. And maca is an herb. I don't know how many of you are familiar with maca, but it actually is very good for the adrenal glands. It helps to alleviate stress a little bit, to kind of calm. It's very calming. It helps to give energy and stamina to you as well. And then it also has vitamin C and iron in it for some minerals and vitamins. And it also, some say that it also enhances fertility and can increase the sex drive. So I guess that's an appropriate thing to be included in your Valentine's chocolate.
Woohoo.
Anyway, so it is a mood enhancer. It does help, with improving mood, decreasing anxiety and depression. So that's something, if any of you struggle with that, you may want to include that in some of your even green smoothies or any other things that you're making. So anyway, and then another ingredient that it includes is also this right here. And this is, these are cocoa butter wafers. And so this is another form of chocolate, but it's also in a cocoa butter form. So anyway, it brings it all together. So what I like to do is the cocoa butter wafers need to be melted. So I melt this, I get that ready, and then I combine all my ingredients in a bowl, and I'll just stir it all together. And oh, also, I don't think I said, but also some honey. And so the honey is your natural form of sugar that's going to sweeten it, but allow it to not be such a, raising your blood sugar and then dropping you back down like a raw sugar would. So anyway, you combine all these together, and then there's so many variations that you can do. So many fun ways that you can change this up so it's just not the same chocolate every time. Our favorite is what we call magic mint chocolate. And we love to add doTERRA essential oils in, and this is with peppermint essential oil. And so we'll add several drops of the peppermint essential oil into our chocolate, stir that all in. And then we put it into some molds, like some just like little silicone molds that you can get online at various different websites. But this one's kind of fun. This makes it look almost like a Hershey chocolate bar, you know, with little serrated sections so that you could easily break that off into little bars. Here's a square one if you wanted to do more of like a peanut butter cup type where it's a little bit deeper. You can add a layer of chocolate and then a little dollop of almond butter or peanut butter, and then another layer of the chocolate on top, or just decorative molds like hearts or stars or whatever you'd like. So those are some options for you. And then wild orange is another essential oil that we love to use for our flavoring of our chocolates. And then cinnamon is also one as well. So depending on your flavor preferences, what you like to add in, you can add in a whole variety of different things. Maybe not all at one time in one recipe, but in different things. So I know orange and chocolate go really well. I like those together. Some people may not enjoy fruit flavors with chocolate, but I love chocolate in any form, any way, shape, or form. So I just wanted to show you a little bit what the finished product looks like. If you can see this right here. And oops, let's see. So this was one with little, we can show that there. I don't know, can you see that? Anyway, some little lip molds here. And then we also have some hearts and little flowers that you can make those into. And my preferred way to store this is in the refrigerator. I feel like it stays fresher that way. Sometimes the chocolate can get soft when it's sitting out on the counter over a long period of time. And so that way in the fridge it's preserved and it tastes really good cold. Anyway, so we have several different variations. Use your creativity, do whatever you would like to make this fun and tasty for you. These are not like the chocolatier chocolates like that take hours and hours to make with all the different fondants and everything that maybe a professional chocolate store would make. But this is something that's healthy. It's so fast. And then you can just have that and nibble on that as you wish. So I know that Mark has the link to the recipe and also all the different variations that we have as well. So let me just kind of run through some of these variations. Just putting in the orange essential oil with the chocolate is really good. Just kind of a little soft orange and chocolate flavor. Cherry chip with like dried cherries. I know you can get them at Costco, other health food stores and things like that. With also maybe some chopped almonds is really a great, just kind of a cherry chip chocolate. The peanut butter cups that I talked about. There's also sea salt chocolate. You can get some coarse sea salt. You can sprinkle that in the bottom of the mold, the chocolate mold, and then pour your chocolate in, or you can just stir that throughout the chocolate and have kind of that little crunch of the salt mixed in with the sweet, which is kind of fun. And for those of you who like hot and spicy, you can add cayenne pepper into your chocolate. I've never tried that, but some of you may like that. And then one fun one that we tried one time was macadamia nuts with some shredded coconut and a few drops of wild orange essential oil. It was really kind of a fun variation on the theme. So the sky's the limit on variations. You can create your own. Peppermint is actually one of our favorites that we just always, that's kind of our standby, making the peppermint chocolate and having that. And my kids will just dip into that and nibble on it, and it's gone before you know it. But anyway, this is one of our favorite recipes. I hope you enjoy it too. And just kind of a fun way to have a healthy chocolate available in your home, guilt-free, without waxes and preservatives or added sugars. So we really love it, and I hope you do too.
Hey, thanks.
There you go.
That's awesome, Stacy. Thank you so much. I have a question for you.
Yes.
How long does it take to make like a batch? Like if you were going to do just one batch, how long do you think it would
One batch probably takes me about 5 minutes. I mean, really the longest time is gathering my ingredients, and I keep them all in a little Tupperware container in the corner of my pantry labeled healthy chocolate, and I pull that out and I have everything that I need in there except for my essential oils, which I keep here on my counter, and my honey. And so then really The only time consuming thing would be maybe melting your cocoa butter wafers. And that just takes a minute in the microwave or on the stove top. And then it's just a matter of stirring it all in. Oh, one secret tip that I need to share with you is when you put it into the molds, you're going to put them in the molds and then you're going to just tap your mold on the counter a few times. And what that does is that dissipates any bubbles that might be in there. It helps the chocolate settle and it actually makes the chocolate go shiny. So that's kind of a nice little tip. Just after you put it in the mold, give it a few good taps on the counter and then just lay it flat in your refrigerator to set. So that's kind of a nice little tip there that will help improve the texture and also the appearance of your chocolate. But really, it's super fast. Once you have all the ingredients available, you just pour them in your bowl, you just stir it together and slap it into your molds. So 10 minutes at most, really. It's not very time consuming at all.
That's great. Do you think that it's would be scary for anybody to try, or do you think that it's just like super simple and
It's super simple. I think maybe the hardest thing of all for anybody who has never made this recipe before is just acquiring the ingredients. And so, like I said, Mountain Rose Herbs is a great source for those ingredients. You can get those there.
Can you go to Sprouts or Good Earth or something local?
Sprouts,
like local
you know, I've never tried locally getting those at any of those stores. You could try there. They may have the maca powder. I'm not sure about the others.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, online sources have been really great. Star West Botanicals
So
is
I'm just thinking, like, we've got 2 days before Valentine's Day. Can you
come
go
to my house and I'll let you have some to borrow. How's that?
everybody go to her house?
It may take a little while to get that ordered, and I know shipping with COVID has been a little bit slow. So just, you may not have that for Valentine's, but it could be like a little delayed Valentine treat,
Okay.
if you're
Okay, it's time for a testimonial.
Oh,
So,
Gil has a question.
Gil
first.
has a question.
When you put it in the fridge, how long does it take to set up? How long before you can start eating?
Actually, I would say maybe an hour or two. It's really depending on how large your molds are, how large of a piece you're trying to just chill. But it doesn't take very long at all. Just I would say maybe an hour,
Okay.
a couple of hours to be safe.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Any other questions?
Okay, awesome.
Okay, time for a testimonial.
Okay.
Stacy made this for us. She demonstrated it a couple of years ago at our house for Christmas time. So it was Christmas chocolates at the time. And it was the first time I had ever tasted this kind of chocolate. And she was saying, oh, it's healthy for you and it tastes good. And I'm thinking, okay, healthy and taste good usually don't go together in the same sentence, right? And so I was pretty skeptical, and she made a batch of this and it looked great. And the first bite I took, I was just like blown away. It tastes so good. It's addictive. It's chocolate, and it's really, really good chocolate. And it's so cool to be eating it and go, wow, this is good for me. I don't have to worry about,
Right.
If you ate 3 batches of it,
I know. Well, yeah.
I actually sneaked some before this little webinar, and I had several pieces actually, and I never felt that sugar high, that rush, the headache sometimes you get when you eat too much sugar. None of that. It was just kind of the solid, steady energy that, the peppermint gives you when you take some peppermint oil, a drop on your mouth or something like that. So not stimulating. I mean, maybe a little bit energizing, with the maca and of course the cacao and the essential oils, but nothing that's going to cause any spike in your blood sugar. So that's kind of the nice thing, is knowing that I'm eating healthy ingredients. These are all natural ingredients.
So what's your favorite flavor?
Oh, like I say,
What are your top 3 favorites?
How about the one she's eating?
I love all of them. I think sometimes I'm just in a rush, and so I just do whatever is easiest. So either peppermint or orange or plain, something like that, just because I may not have dried cherries on hand, or I may not have macadamia nuts on hand, or things like that, to make some of these other, or even wanted to go through the effort of putting peanut butter in there for a peanut butter cup, you know. So I just do kind of the simple ones. So peppermint really is our standby. I think that's probably the one that I
Would you
make.
just pan down to the ingredients again and just show everybody
Yes.
those ingredients again? That was awesome.
Yeah, hopefully this will work
That was
here.
fantastic.
You can
Thanks.
see those. Are you seeing those okay? So these are the oils, and then kind of the herb beans, and we've got, this is a little honey, and
Awesome.
then so that's all your ingredients
That's
right
it,
there.
right there.
Yep.
Take a snapshot of that, peeps, and then you can keep it with you and remember what you need. But you'll also be able to get the recipes. We're going to post them as soon as this is over. We'll post them online, and then you'll have those.
Yeah, we'll post them online. We'll email it to you if you'd like an email, so you can
Yeah.
have it right at the top of your list.
Look how pretty
Oh,
those
man,
are.
Those look so tempting.
Those are
Oh my
Ah,
goodness.
here
I'm gonna
are
reach out and just grab it.
little plates of chocolate there.
Yeah, my mouth's
That are
watering.
fun
It is so
for
good.
Valentine's Day. So
Oh,
You
thank
know,
you
the
so
other thing that I
much.
was thinking about when I was writing up the excuse me, the promotional materials for this webinar, I was thinking, well, what can we say about this? I mean, healthy chocolate, yeah, we want to say that, but you know, as I was thinking, when all these holidays come up, it seems like in the U.S., a lot of our holidays now are like sugar holidays. You go from one sugar holiday to the next sugar holiday.
Mhm.
And those of us who are trying to eat really healthy and really clean, it's hard, you know, it's really, and you want to be able to splurge a little bit. So you go, well, okay, so I'm going to fall off the wagon today and eat some really sugary stuff because it's XYZ holiday. But for this, you don't have to worry about that. I mean, you can enjoy that great chocolate and you don't have to compromise your diet or your healthy eating or for the ones you love. It's really great.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
stay on the wagon.
Yeah, you can stay on the wagon.
so true.
Magic. It's magic. It's magic. Because you can be healthy and enjoy it at the same time. That's always magic, right?
True. So
Where
true.
do you get the molds? Are those a specialty item or?
So I just ordered mine through Amazon.
Okay.
Just kind of just, you can look on there, and silicone molds. There's thousands on there. You can get all sorts of shapes and sizes. So yeah, Amazon's a great source.
I think Mark's going to turn into a chocolatier.
Here.
I think he's going to do all this all himself. I like this.
Well, I noticed also in the recipe, you said you can, if you don't have a mold, you can just roll it out on a sheet and then cut it up, or how does that work?
So yes, you can just put, like on a cookie sheet, you can put a piece of parchment paper down and then just pour it out, and then put that in the fridge or the freezer to let it set. And then, well, tamp it down first, and then put that in your refrigerator to set up, and then just break it apart in pieces
Hmm.
if you want, or even just a small paper plate. I found is the perfect size for like one batch, depending on how thick you want that, and just kind of spread that around, tamp it down, stick it in your fridge. And then you can just break it apart again, or cut it into pieces if you want with a sharp knife.
Could you use like a cookie mold and stick it into a cookie mold and then have some
Good.
big chocolates for
Yes, absolutely. I mean, these would be so cute wrapped up in a cellophane bag with a cute little ribbon as a little Valentine's gift for someone. And so,
It's
yeah.
just getting easier and easier. I'm excited.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yes. Okay. Only 2 days away.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to go sitting in the stores.
Oh, Gil's got another question
Go,
or
Gil.
comment.
Hi, Gil.
It's not really a question, but since you're talking about Valentine's, Stacy makes these chocolates without refined sugar. And I just read this Valentine poem. It says, roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, but bad for you.
So now we can switch that out, right? Woohoo!
Well, these aren't bad for you.
I'm super excited. This is really going to be great. I
It
can
really
tell we're
is.
going to have some fun here at our house, and I hope you do too. We'll see you next week. We're going to move off of Facebook, and we're going to have any questions that people have afterwards, and then we'll be closing up again for a night. And see you next week. Happy Valentine's Day, and have some chocolates.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stacey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
awesome.
so much for your recipe.
Yes, absolutely. I'm happy to share. I hope you like it.
Here, while we're on here, I'll just show you the recipe real quick
Oh,
here.
you could have pulled them up
Yeah.
while we were on it.
Here's the recipe that you'll get. So it shows you all the ingredients and then all the different
Possibilities.
options.
These are her specialties. Look at all the different ways you can do this. It's pretty amazing. You know, it's like whatever you think might be good in chocolate, you can try it.
So there you go.
That's awesome.
Good stuff.
Did you catch that, everybody? Did you get some? Did you get some recipes right there? Promise we'll post them on Facebook as soon as we're finished with this, and you can catch them there. And also, if you want to just do the chat right now, and we'll just make sure you get it on a doc as soon as we finish, so you can have them that way too. And Stacy, I'm just super excited that you would do this. Thank you so much. You know, we are all looking for good things that we can do, and we forget that we really can, because it's so difficult. So we just like, oh, I'm just going to go to the grocery store. But if you had those ingredients with you, and I think most of them you can get at like Good Earth, because